Hey everyone, we're here.
Keep that in.
That's all I'm going to do. That's going to be our intro. This is some commentary on our very most popular video of all time ever.
DVD extra.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I got a haircut just for this moment.
Oh, it
Did you
looks
notice?
barely different. I'm sure
No,
it's
it
much
does
better in
not.
person. I don't think you give yourself enough credit for how similar your hair always looks. And I cannot say the same, but you can. Your hair is
Okay.
pretty much the same. Even when you think it's at its worst, it's generally the same.
It
No?
hurts my feelings. The fact that
How
you
is that
thought
an insult?
what my hair looked like, what my hair looked like yesterday, looks like it looks today.
How is that an insult?
Because it looks so bad.
Or did it look good? Does it always look good? Why are you assuming that means it always looks bad?
Because of my history with you and your comments about my head.
I feel like this is a good time to start playing the video.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. Oh, do you have those questions ready?
I do.
Okay,
We have some,
I'm gonna let you be the question guy,
okay.
and I'll
Should we
be
save
the
them for
answer
the
guy.
end? Shocker. Should we?
No, let's
Should we
just
save?
let's. No, we need the content. We're
Okay,
gonna run out of
fine.
things to say without it. Okay, here we go.
Fine.
Hey everyone. I don't know if you remember, but the video started with a black frame that faded into this door.
That's your director's style, Tripp. I appreciate that about you. That
It's
the black
kind of
fade to.
It's my signature. Is there anything we want to tell people, like in general, about how we came into this video?
Has joined the meeting.
So
Yeah, actually, I think it'd be good to talk about the Regis part about this video.
Oh, right. So this is a Regis Center conference room. I guess Regis is going to get some free product placement in even this video. But the ironic thing about that is that we actually tried to get Regis to sponsor this video. And by try, I mean, I asked a guy who I knew that worked at the front desk of a Regis Center.
I didn't even know that part.
I never told you that.
I didn't know
Have
that.
I always made it seem like he was like an executive there?
Yeah.
No, he did improv with me at a Whole World, and he worked at a Regis. For all I know, he was a janitor, but I'm pretty sure he worked at the front desk.
Yeah, and this was our first foray into trying to get a sponsor for our videos.
And he took that request and did nothing with it. So I went to another company who had a little more clout with, which was LeaderCast, the leadership event company that I hosted for years for. And they loved the idea and they sponsored the video, as you might remember on the original version of this video. And then we ended up shooting in a Regis. So we actually rented this room. They had nothing to do with this video. We paid them to shoot here. And that's the interesting tidbit.
What's your friend's name that works at Regis? Because if a Regis exec is watching this, he's probably going to get fired.
I doubt Brian still works there. It's Brian with a Y. He's very funny, very talented improv comedian. But Brian, you blew it, buddy. You could have made a lot of money for your company and probably ended up with an executive job yourself.
Okay.
Beth
Let's continue,
has
shall we?
joined the meeting.
Shall we? We shall.
Hello?
Tyler?
No, this is Beth from ICS.
I can't
Beth
hear
from ICS is someone that you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I do know Beth. Beth and I went to college together.
Well, I mean, I know you know her. I don't mean you know her. Of course you know her. I mean, like, you knew her, like, way before I even did.
Yeah, I was getting to that. I was I'm new to DVD commentary.
Me too.
Yeah, so Beth and I went to college together at Samford University, and we studied abroad in London, England together for a semester. So we go way back, and I believe she had been doing some makeup stuff for us prior to this video.
Yeah, she's a makeup
And we
artist.
thought,
And an
man,
actress.
she's funny.
Yep.
She should be in the video.
This might have been the first time we ever asked her to act for us, right? Now she's more of an actress / comedian than even a makeup artist.
Yeah. Yep.
But she's very good at both. And I'm sure we found a way to have her double dip without paying her any extra on this video, considering the early times we were in here.
Oh, hey, Beth.
How
are you doing?
Oh, good. Yeah. Just making it,
Remember when that happened?
Do you remember this shirt that I have and this jacket?
I wanted to make a point to to bring up that shirt because it'd be a fun trivia to see how many videos that we've made on our channel that you're wearing.
How about
shirt.
we Venmo $15 to the person who can correctly come up with the number of times I've worn this shirt in one of our videos.
Okay. Are you willing to go back through our videos and check the answer? Because I'm not
counting on you. Okay, I will. It was my idea. I will do it. I will go back through.
Okay. It's a lot. It's more than 4.
When when we got into this like office humor thing, this was kind of my. Where do you go from here? Where do you go from the like light blue checkered shirt and safe colored sports coat? Like,
Tyler
has joined the meeting.
All right. Well, this is Tripp. Who's here? Tyler's here.
Beth's.
hold on. I want to go back a little bit. I want everyone to look how different Tyler's hair looks right here than the way it is in this commentary. Because I'll bet you think that's a different look. Or do you feel like you look the same there?
I feel like it's a different look. It's taller. It's longer. Length on top.
It's different.
The sides. There's more of a fade on the sides.
Different. It's like maybe 20% different.
Look, I'm trying. Okay. I think this is partly because of you, but I think I have an insecurity about the roundness of my head.
That's
no doubt it's because of you.
Sorry.
So I try to get my haircut in a way that it's more rectangular, but I feel like in this video, it's pretty circular.
Well, you're right. I was going to say, to my credit, look how round that head is. That is not an insult. That is just the shape of your head. It's round. It makes you. You look like Seth MacFarlane, one of the greatest.
So you've been complimenting me all these years?
That's all I've been doing. I've been trying to build up your esteem by telling you how round your head is.
This is a behind the scenes of conference call / a Tripp and Tyler therapy session.
Hey, is that that suit from PJ's wedding?
Maybe. Yeah, we both have that same exact suit. Okay. I've gotten a lot of use out of that.
Today's meeting is to discuss
I'll be able
not
to
the pink tie so much.
John
has joined the meeting.
Hi, John. Hi. I was just trying to go.
That's
over
John
the purpose
Raffa.
of today's meeting, which is to discuss the deliver.
Who is
Tyler?
Has joined the meeting.
Sorry, guys.
That's the first real funny joke. Is how you get cut off.
Paul here? Send him an invite.
But
Put in your access code.
No.
I feel like this joke this is always one of my favorite.
Try pressing the pound key.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop for a second because we got to introduce some people here. But why don't we start with Paul, because that's who we see on the screen.
Paul
Ryden, funniest 60+ actor in Atlanta and the Southeast.
I think so.
This side of the Mississippi.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't know Paul. Like Paul, he's been in a lot of our videos, but he has such a history prior to doing anything with us. Like he was a sportscaster, a news reporter.
He interviewed Michael Jordan.
I know. He posted that on his Facebook page the other day where he worked for what, like somewhere in Cleveland or something. And
I think it was Green Bay.
Maybe it was, yeah, okay. So he's been all over the place. St. Louis, I think, was an area.
In some ways, because of the era, he was like the real life anchor man. Because he was a funny guy. From what I understand, he was kind of a ladies' man. That's what he was just making Burgundy. He was like goofing around interviewing sports figures.
Yeah, and he would do you should follow his Facebook page because he does all these videos where he was essentially doing these like Daily Show spoof funny segments for these news local news stations.
And then he got so good at acting, he eventually had a main role in the movie Cat Run 2.
As chair of the Senate Committee on National Security, I know a hell of a lot.
And then we found him, and look, he's doing a lot of stuff outside of us, but I feel like, I mean, this is kind of an audacious thing to say, but I'm hoping you back me up. I feel like we have leveraged Paul's greatest strength as an actor, being that Leslie Nielsen type of funny older guy, more than any other creators have figured out how to do.
High-fiving can be one of the most stressful things you'll ever do in life.
Oh, dang it, I forgot to attach it.
Because like he gets a lot of small television roles. He's a lawyer. He's a
newscaster.
But come on, he's funny, right?
Yeah,
and then
he's
the
very,
guy that
very
was in
funny.
here before was I'll stop when we get on John again.
Has
One more
joined
thing
the
about
meeting.
Paul
question?
is
Yes,
Paul does a crossword puzzle with his wife every single day.
he does. As soon as we take a break on set, crossword puzzle.
He's
comes
got
out.
he's got his iPad back open. He's just churning
How
through the
sweet
crossword.
is that?
What are you playing there on your iPad?
This is a New York Times crossword puzzle. My wife and I do a crossword puzzle together every day. She's not here now, so I'm starting this one by myself. But I always need her help to finish it. Crossword puzzles, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I could share a crossword puzzle every day.
That's fun. Yeah, every day.
Love it. I think the first video he did with us was high five etiquette,
Oh yeah.
like in 2000.
Actually, I
10
did one
maybe?
with him way before that we'll never see the light of day called Passing. It was an
remember
instructional
that.
video on how to properly pass someone in the hallway.
I remember that.
You know
Was
what?
I in
Why don't
that?
we post that for the Quad Diamond Club only?
Okay. Was
The
that
very first time?
Was that a?
There's a video-
I want to say I was in that.
No.
I wasn't.
Lee Grevin was in that.
Oh, right. Yeah. We used some of the same
Concentration turns
techniques
the
and
high
high five
five
etiquette
into
from that video. Yeah.
and
Yes.
never turn back.
We'll post that for the Quad Diamond Club members. So that thing in the background, what do you think's in there? I always think of it as a dartboard. You know those dartboards that have the cabinets?
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
That's exactly what it
Before we
was.
move on.
Yes, this is Beth. What's our best plan of attack for the second quarter?
Question
What we
actually.
should do.
Okay.
This part.
Now, before we continue, you want to give a quick intro to John Rafa? Tell people who he is.
I'm not sure that I'm the right guy for that since
John's another guy I met through the Improv Theater. He's a restaurateur. He currently runs. He's run a few different restaurants and very good at what he does. But who cares?
a
His
restaurant. Is that your
greatest-
first time saying restaurateur? Restaurateur?
Might have been.
You said it like mouseketeer.
Let's take a moment and just
Restaurateur.
let's let that be a moment, because I'll never have a first time saying that word ever again. This is the only time. So John, his greatest resume line would be best person to follow on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
John
Yeah,
doesn't
my
care.
Facebook feed has just whittled down to pretty much John's posts.
You know how you get annoyed at people on your Facebook feed because they're opinionated and but you don't really always want to chime in because you don't want to annoy people. You don't want people to unfollow you. John does not care.
No.
He tells people, please unfollow me. But no one does because it's so entertaining. John's the best.
Yeah, he's got a good blend of it's a very unique blend on Facebook. Like it's somebody who's educated, funny, and DGAF.
Now, I want to say something about this scene before we continue, because this scene is where I think the credit, like much of the credit for the success of this video needs to be given to my editor at the time, Sam White.
Yep.
We shot this video, but Sam took a lot of footage and made it work. And this scene in particular, just watch how well this is edited. Like you have to understand, we shot like 20 or 30 minutes of takes of me and him interrupting each other. It was a big mess, but everything about this is perfect.
Good. Oh, well, I think what we should do.
It actually depends on how you look at it, because
really come.
That's perfect.
Given
that
sales,
point.
we're at an
Let me just say that
okay.
was a great graph, John.
Like that's not even how it went in real time. Like he made that point thing. Like that was amazing. The other thing about Sam was that he was running the sound. He was running the microphone on this set.
Yeah.
Right.
Very small crew. Sam was wearing a lot of hats. I miss Sam.
I do too. He was such a great editor.
Sam, if you're watching.
Sam, what are they paying you over there where you're at? Maybe we can match it.
Somebody asks on the Quad Diamond Club Facebook group, this is Brian Lane asking, rank all of the actors in the video from your favorite to least favorite. I don't know if I'm willing to do that. I don't want to.
Yeah, but that's what makes it fun.
Hurt anyone's feelings. Because I feel like everybody did great.
Yeah, but I know Paul is your number one, right?
Yeah.
Is it you?
No.
But you are definitely your number two. Don't even try.
For the majority of the video, I'm in my top three. There's one part that we'll see in a minute that I'm not a big fan of, but
that's all right. Well,
are you willing to rank people?
Yeah, but I want to hear yours first. It goes, Paul is your number one.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and say you're your number two. I'd like to think I'm your number three.
You'd probably be my number two just because I don't typically like the way I act in anything.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Unless that's an act. In which case, you should be number one. Because you are very convincing that you don't actually like your acting.
I really don't.
I believe you.
This is a painful exercise.
And then you would go probably Beth.
I'd probably put Beth above me. I really liked Beth's acting in this.
Okay, but John's the one at the bottom. Feel free to say whatever you want about that in your Facebook post, John. I don't think there's anything to be offended by because you've got a room full of very talented actors. If I do say so. I wasn't thinking about us. I just mean in this room to be the worst actor is no big deal.
Yeah, and right? I wouldn't even say he's the worst. I'd say he's like maybe the least best. The least best.
Okay.
Because I really liked John in this video.
I like John in every video. I like John
playing
in
it so
life.
safe.
Right. John, you're the best. We love you.
Somebody also asked what parts of this video were scripted and what parts were ad-libbed.
I would say 95% scripted.
Yep.
Which is the case for most of our videos. We are scripted guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes
we usually get it a couple times scripted, but then we'll run through it once and see what happens.
Right. There's most of the time at least one good joke makes it through the edit that was improvised.
Sure. That's probably happened here too. I just don't remember, honestly. I remember most of
the deal with working with sponsors is they've got to approve the script. So we kind of have to do what we've already thought of in advance.
Speaking of sponsors, this might be a good time to mention, guys, we know, okay, this video took us down a road of sponsorships. Mm-hmm. I know we've promised a lot in the past, but we are really attempting this year to get back to doing more non-sponsored videos that have that we love, that we want to make, that have been in our idea folder for years.
Unless we can find a title sponsor who would sponsor us to make whatever we want over 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
There might be, if you know anyone out there that would love to have their name on our channel, that could fund us to make more content, let us know. Because that would be the ideal world. The truth is it costs money to make this stuff. Unfortunately, we're not the kind of YouTubers who just set up a camera and open a box or rant about. Like we have to pay actors, we have to pay for locations, we have to pay for film crew. We've kind of set a standard for ourselves. We may have shot ourselves in the foot, but our production value is not bad. And to keep that standard, it costs money. So that's why we've always had sponsors, but it's also why it takes longer to make something, and it's why we make less. But that's going to change, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and just to spell it out in case you didn't know what I'm talking about, like when I say we know that we've kind of stopped just producing out of passion, and we're more have been producing out of when a sponsor comes calling. And a lot of times we're producing in a very tight niche that maybe we wouldn't make a video about otherwise, and we want to change that. We don't want to completely end that, but we want to change that.
We're going to start. We have 47 ideas right now in a list, and I'd say we're probably excited about 42 of them. Tyler's like, 30. 9 or 10 of yours. Well, so we have a lot of ideas. We're going to do it.
Point being that last year we released 5 videos?
Yeah.
6, something like that. Just a ridiculously low number. One every 2 months. It's not a good ratio. So we're hoping to do a lot more.
What do you say we continue on with this video?
Oh, yeah. Forgot what we were doing.
Yeah.
Tyler?
Well, my main concern with the projections from last year was that they're just insufficient.
This part.
Okay, let me...
Do you want to tell him or should I?
I think it would be appropriate if I told him.
Okay.
I like to talk more when given the opportunity. And I'm probably going to be more generous to you than you would be to yourself. So this moment, whenever we show this video live, just done it a lot, it gets the biggest laugh. Whether you think it's funny, the funniest part or not, those of you watching on YouTube, it's definitely the funniest part live in a room. And I just want to put on record that I tried to edit this part out. How'd that feel? And Tyler fought for it to stay in.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would, my gut on set was, let's never let the camera leave the conference room. This is the first time we did one of these weird kind of heady metaphors where people, like, we were on a conference call, but we were all in a room together. So I felt like people needed to stay on the call. We never need to.
And I understand that. I understand that desire to have some sort of rules around it.
Flawed thinking.
It seemed to work. It seemed to work, and I don't know. I don't die on too many hills with you when it comes to editing stuff. So, but this one I just felt strongly about.
And this is
and I wanted more screen time, if I'm honest.
Yeah, you deserved it, but also I'm going to give you a compliment that I don't know that I've ever given you.
Oh, great.
Is this going to be awkward?
Maybe.
I think that a real value add that you have for me on set is your ability to prioritize the humor no matter what. I get sometimes, I'm a director. I get really, sometimes I can't see the forest for the trees because I get really into the directing stuff. And I start like abiding by principles too much. And you remind me, like, may not look good, may not sound good, may not fit the rules, but it is funnier. And you can kind of pull me out. And I realize, you're right. We're here to make people laugh. So thanks for always doing that, Tyler.
Thank you.
Continuing.
And they're not even taking into account.
Did we lose Tyler again?
Hello?
John, are you guys taking distribution?
Now, is there anything that I fought for? I don't remember.
Was that my cue to
No. I don't
bring this up?
Maybe there is nothing.
There was it this moment or was it earlier with Beth? I'll just say in general.
Let me what are you talking about?
There was a moment where I don't remember this being a super fierce debate, but there was a debate about, like, do we look at each other? Do we look past each other? Because, there's the moment at the beginning where you're looking in Beth's direction, but you say, Tyler? Which is kind of what happens at the beginning of a conference call. You don't know who's joined. So we kind of had this back and forth. Like, what's this rule? Do we acknowledge each other in the room? Or are we talking to the air?
Mm-hmm.
And we had some back and forth on that, some disagreement.
We did. And if I do remember correctly, I was the only one between me, you, and David and Sam that felt this was the hill I was not willing to die on. No, or I was willing to die on.
You were willing.
I were willing to die on the hill that we should all see each other. And the reason that's confusing, you have to understand, we're doing a metaphor. Remember, this is a bunch of people in a room behaving as though they're on a conference call.
Yep.
So how far do you take that is the thing we always have to ask ourselves. People can't see each other on conference calls. So should we see each other? Now, they interrupt each other. So, dogs bark, but do they see each other? And my feeling, which was just a gut feeling, was I think that's where we lose the metaphor. And we still sort of act like we're actually together in a meeting.
Which I think you were right about that. But it did just occur to me, the thing that I mentioned about the very beginning where you say Tyler to Beth kind of goes against that.
Right. But to me, that's what made that funnier. Because that's where in that first scene, wait, they're not really like this, something different is going on here. Because he can see who it is and he's asking who it is. It's these kind of nuances, guys, sometimes we get in like marital level fights because it matters. Sometimes people ask like, do you guys just have so much fun? Are you just laughing on set all the time? No. It becomes a job and we're all insecure.
I don't think either one of us really like shoot days.
No.
We're kind of like,
no.
All the laughing and back and forth and joking has happened in the scripting process.
Yeah. Now there is exceptions. There are some shoots that are just freaking fun. I don't know why they are, but some of them are.
Is it the higher the production value makes it less fun?
Are you trying to set me up here to
No, I'm just brainstorming. What is it that makes the difference on a fun shoot and
I would say it is
tiring shoot?
Well, for one, when there's no sponsor, when there's no brand that I know we have to please in very specific ways, that takes a lot of stress off. Because then we're just having fun and we're trying to make the funniest video possible. That's one thing. I think when we leave our egos outside the door and we just decide to have fun and not care about how well we're acting, not care about how we look, I think that makes a big difference. And I just think some videos are funnier. Some videos are just funnier to see happen than they were in our head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, the old mute.
John?
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. Let me start over.
That gets a big laugh too.
Okay, I want to say something here. Notice that we took the time to gaff tape over the Apple logo here. You can already see John did it. But I think if we continue on, like the next shot.
See it on your screen right now.
There's
the
an
very
Apple
next
logo.
shot.
Let's count how many. Beth has one. John has one.
Yeah,
I might have one too.
I'm the only one that taped mine off, or someone decided that. It's probably just look. There was only 3 of us on the crew. There was me, David, and Sam, and Jordan. There was 4 of us. We probably started down the road of taping over logos and then got distracted and didn't keep going. But also, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Got it.
I've always wondered why that happens at all.
Download a plugin.
Well, I think on a huge, like a big movie, you probably, I'm not a lawyer, but it matters more to the brand what they're endorsing. But also, that's one way you would get funding for a movie.
Yeah.
Is by people.
I understand that side of it. Right. I understand like the,
no, you
Samsung.
Don't. No, you don't. That's why I'm explaining.
I understand why Samsung would want to have like people using their phones and stuff, but to get free advertising, like for Apple for 20 million people to see us using Apple computers.
They're hoping as many people on YouTube who show computers show them, unless it's I don't know. Like, I don't think the gear reviewers have to get their permission to even talk about how much they don't like the computer. mean, people literally open up Apple products and talk about how much they hate them. I don't think they're like getting permission. So
if anybody knows, let us know.
Are all using Macs, I'm assuming?
Yeah. How can you?
Financials
Love that
are
part.
Great. Paul, do you have any comments on staffing?
Great graph, John.
That because we get a few more contractor types in. Hold on, I'm sorry. Rex, get down.
The name Rex was improvised, everyone.
No, I feel like when I look at the numbers last quarter, that you couldn't really tell a huge difference. So if we would have
I hated my acting right there. It bothers me every. No, it's not there. It's the part coming up where the voice starts doubling. Can't wait. But while I'm here, this right here is Jordan Foxworthy. She worked for us at the time. She's the daughter of the legendary Jeff Foxworthy, and she was one of the production coordinators on this shoot. So she lined up this room. I'm pretty sure she made sure we had that coffee cup and that coffee maker. Little fun fact.
Jordan.
To me, staffing is
It's not here.
a huge impact.
Is that me?
That's not me. I don't think.
Oh, no. You're right. Let me go back. It was the cappuccino sound. This right here.
You hate that part?
I hate that part.
What is wrong with you?
It bothers me
It's
every
nothing.
time. It's not believable. I don't do that. For the sound of a... Let's watch it one more time. Look at this. I just went down to number 4 on my own list. What was that?
There's nothing to be ashamed of with that. We have another video where we are hardly working from home music video where we're interrupted by a cappuccino machine. I wonder if you make that same face there.
We should find out.
Should find out.
I'll pull the clip into this video. Let's watch.
Okay.
What do you think we found out? Do you think it was the same?
I'll never know because I probably won't go watch it.
Okay.
It's not me. I don't think.
I just want to go over.
Actually, I have watched that video a couple times
into our next
since.
section here.
Here's a fun fact. We relaunched this video with a new brand sponsor a few years ago. It was Upside, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I remastered it a little bit. I took out.
Look at those dates on the side. That's a fun, nice little time stamp there.
Oh, it is. But let me pull up the graphic. Here's the graphic that we used in the new version. This is one of the only main differences. Isn't that interesting?
What'd the first one say?
No, this is the first one, Happy Hour at 5. The other one, I can't see it now, neither can you, so I'm just pretending that we're looking at it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Isn't that interesting? If I remember correctly, Nick Tapp is in it. I used his avatar.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Nick Tapp, also knew him from the Improv Theater with John. I asked him originally to play John's role, and he said no. He turned it down.
He turned it down.
Turned it down.
Was he busy or did he just say no?
He was busy.
Okay. Because he's been in other stuff with us. This part I don't like because I mumble a lot. And I feel like I remember what I was trying to do there. I was trying to kind of have that like you're breaking up, going through a dead spot, confusing sound. But like instead of doing that in the edit, I tried to do that with my acting. And it just didn't work. The whole thing just makes me cringe every time because I feel like I'm mumbling. You can't really understand what I'm saying. And
But it's not every time I don't know why I think that, because when I watch it, it's very clear what you're saying. I think what it was actually bad mic placement. Because we're hearing more of the echo than you. It's not that bad.
At the end of Q3.
Don't like it.
I need everyone to give me detailed evaluations each month so that we know. That's it, guys.
Let's go back and listen to how many times we say guys.
Guys.
In a 10 second. Hold on. Here we go.
I probably have 3 or 4 of them.
Hold on. Here we go.
We got 3 new departments coming on.
I'm breaking up a little bit, guys.
By the end of Q3.
Driving to a dead
I need
spot.
everyone to give me detailed evaluations
2.
each
Sorry,
month.
guys.
So
3.
That's it, guys. Beth, you'll
3.
send out a recap email that could have basically taken
That was
place
fun.
this whole meeting, correct?
Yep, always do.
Oh, look, it's Dave.
Dave.
Surprise, the surprise person here. Dave, let's just leave him right here with his eyes closed. That's perfect. Dave was the DP of this shoot. He's the guy that shot this.
Yeah.
Also was a shooter editor for us for many, many years, actually going all the way back to our Don't Be That Guy days.
Part of don'tbethatguy.com.
For those of you who don't know what that is, that was our original sketch comedy troupe. Dave was one of the 4 members, along with Tim. Now works at a museum in Chicago.
Not Dave, Tim.
Tim. Dave still has a production business. He shoots and edits videos, but he shot this one.
And it's another just amazing laugh live. And I'll say that whenever I'm on a conference call, this is my role. I never speak. Granted, like part of the reason is because I'm on the conference call with you, and you're the one that usually talks for both of us.
I can't help it. I really can't help it. Last night I was watching a video on YouTube about people that don't have inner monologue. Have you seen these?
No.
No, there's a percentage of the population, they do not have inner monologue. They can only think out loud. Like they don't hear voice. And I started wondering if maybe that's me. But I think I can't have inner monologue. I think I
maybe
just
you
talk
have
a lot.
Maybe you have a little bit of that in you. Are there degrees of how severe that is? Yeah, you definitely have a degree.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for how frustrating that might be.
It's not. It can be, but it's not always bad.
That's not the reaction I was hoping for. Anyway.
Thanks for doing that, Beth. Dave, you've been here the
whole time.
Here we
go. And
brief glance
thanks
down.
Everyone, once again.
Perfect. That was perfect. Nailed that.
Thanks. I'm happy with that. And then back to the black screen, except really it was to a very outdated.
Hey, Tripp Crosby here. Let me tell you about LeaderCast.
I hope that was fun for everyone. We're going to do more of these. We're going to go back into our archive, do some commentary of some of our best videos, and hopefully do it moving forward on most, if not all, of our new videos. Right? Did we agree on doing that?
We did.
Okay.
We did. And unless you guys comment on this or let us know somehow, hey, not as great as you think. Not a great idea. Then maybe we'll rethink it. But if you want to hear more, let us know. Let us know what video you want us to do next.
And this is going to be something that we make available from here to our Quad Diamond Club members, which are YouTube members. And that's something we're going to be doing from here forward, which it costs money to be a member. Sorry about that. But it does allow us to make more content without always having to find sponsors. And we've already talked about what happens when we're always having to find sponsors. So please become a member. You get to be part of our private Facebook group. And there's a lot of fun there. You see a lot of our content right out of the gate before anyone else. We oftentimes allow you to help us come up with ideas, jokes. And now you will also get access to a bunch of new content, including commentaries of our most popular videos. I believe I said all that as good as it can be said. And
well, I was waiting on you to shut up so I could add to it, but I don't need to add anything.
I did the thing.
You nailed it.
I know.
So if you don't see a button under this video that says become a member yet, that will be coming soon, and it will be underneath all of our videos. And you can click there to learn more about what it is you get.
Please become one of our members. This isn't look, we don't need your money. We can make all the money we want working for companies to make videos. We're not trying to squeeze anything out of you. We're really just wanting to make more content that's just for you. And the membership allows us to do that. It allows us to build more of a community with you. We want you to be more involved.
Yeah, and if you become a member and you don't find any value in it, then stop being a member. I mean,
exactly.
We don't want to twist your arm.
Tell us why, and then stop. That being said, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment on this video. And that's it.
Do we even need to say that anymore? I mean, doesn't every YouTube video ends with like, smash that like button? and subscribe.
Yeah. Should we not? Should we be the guys that never do that?
Yeah. You know. You're smart. We know that you know what to do. Is that how we end it?
It is. I've decided I'm done talking. This is your time to shine. I'm not going to talk.
See ya.